guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have this look for you guys, which was highly requested. I posted this picture on Instagram. If you don't follow me, all my handles on social media are the Nina V, so go follow me if you don't already. I posted this picture and you guys really enjoyed it. I took inspiration from Brooke and she posted this look and it was a bomb. She looked so good, so I was like, just want to try it out and posted it on Instagram. You guys loved it, so here I am filming for you guys. I'll leave all the products I use down below in the description box. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, it really helps me out. And if you guys want to subscribe, that would be awesome too. So hope you guys enjoy this and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! I'm going to be starting with this primer from Smashbox. Is their photo finish primer and it's amazing. And the brushes I'm going to be using today are from Iconic London and this set is gorgeous. They're the white and rose gold set. They're amazing. So I'm going to go in with foundation. I'm using this Nars foundation and the Giorgio Armani foundation. I'll leave the shades that I'm using down below in the description. And I'm using this kabuki brush to buff it all in, all over the face and down the neck before I go in with concealer. And the one I'm going to be using today is from Too Faced Cosmetics. It's the Born This Way concealer. I think this is the shade light medium and it's super good. So I'm just putting that under the eyes, on the sides of the nose. I'm also going to be putting it down the bridge of the nose, the forehead, on my chin and Cupid's bow, and I'm going to be blending all that in with my beauty blender. So I'm just buffing that in and it's just going to give us a good base to work with before we go in with powder. So buffing that under the eyes really well, and you want to make sure your beauty blender is nice and damp, so run it under some water and it's going to be flawless. So the powder I'm going to be using today is of course the Laura Mercier translucent powder. If you haven't tried this, you should do if you're looking for a good powder. I'm using this really fluffy brush to just powder my face down, so it's going to give us a nice light layer of powder. It's not going to cake us up. That's why I'm using this super fluffy brush. Moving on to some bronzer. This is the new bronzer from YSL. They're called the Bronzing Stones. I think they have 3 shades, so I'm going to leave the one that I'm using down below. It's the darkest shade, so it's number 3, and it's just a really beautiful bronzer. The texture of it is gorgeous, so I'm just buffing that on the cheeks, on the jawline, and of course on the forehead. So then I'm going to go with the same bronzing powder and just contour the sides of my nose. I don't like to use a cool tone for my nose, so I just tend to use the same bronzer. So I'm just putting that on the bottom of the lip so it makes it look larger. Okay, so I'm going in with this Becca split pan. This is the Amaretto and Prosecco Pop split, and I'm using Amaretto on the cheeks and using this fluffy brush again just to pop that on the cheeks to give us a nice flush. Okay, so I'm going in with Latte from Makeup Geek and this fluffy eye brush. This is my favorite from the collection, and I'm just starting to carve out the eye. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put that on the crease really lightly, and then use a clean version of the same brush, but that's the rose gold and black collection, and just buff that. So I'm using these 2 brushes alone for the main part of the eye. So check out what I'm doing. I'm using that same brush, going in with Caramel from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm using that same brush I used first of all for the crease. So now I'm slowly going to just carve out the parts of my eye that I want to darken. So as you guys saw, the look is really deep on the front of the eye, so we're just slowly building on the color. So I'm just using Caramel for this entire time, and then I'm going to switch up the color but using the exact same technique and the exact same 2 brushes. Literally they're the same brushes, just 2 different colors. So as you can see, I'm concentrating on the front part of the eye and bringing it down onto the nose. This is just a fun look. It's not your everyday look, and it's not going to suit everybody, but it's just really fun and I really enjoy this makeup look. So again, going with that clean brush. It's the exact same brush from Iconic London, just in their black and rose gold collection. So I'm repeating the same steps on the other eyes. You can see I'm just building on that caramel ABH shade on the front of the eye, and then going back with that clean brush so you can see me just soften out the edges. I use these two different brushes just so you can see which one I'm using for what. So the white, I'm building the color, and the black one, I'm just buffing out the edges so it's nice and smooth. So still with that caramel shade, I'm just extending the crease. I'm not going to put it all around. We don't want to round out the eye. So again, using the same caramel shade, I'm just putting that color on my not waterline, on my bottom lash line and buffing it out, of course. So it's just going to give us a nice warm eye. So this is Sienna from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Again, it's just a shade darker. So I'm repeating the steps, just darkening what we just did. Sorry for the little blur right here. It's going to go back and focus any second now. So again, just repeating the process using that same white and rose gold brush and using the black one to buff out the edges so everything is nice and blended. I'm just showing you guys thoroughly what I'm doing so you guys don't miss any steps. I do extend it out a little bit more, but again, I'm buffing out the edges. Repeating the same thing on the other eye. It's just a repeating process. I'm just going back and forth and making sure everything is nice and even on both sides. So then we're just going to move on, and I'm going to take that brush again, soften up the edges, and I'm going to be taking that same sienna shade on the lower lash line to match it up. And then I'm going to be taking a nice whitish creamish shade. This is Beaches and Cream from Makeup Geek, and I'm just putting that on the brow bone and on the rest of the eye just so we have a nice base, because we're going to be putting a shimmery shade on the lid and on the brow bone. Brooke didn't have anything on her brow bone, but I just wanted to tie in everything together. I did it a little bit my version. Okay, so this is a ochre shadow. I don't know the name because when I received them, there were no names on the back, but this is a champagne shade. I'm going to try and find the name for you or the exact shade and link it in the description box below, so definitely check it out. And I'm using that iconic brush first of all. I think it's a concealer brush, but it's a flat brush, and I just use that on my lid. And now I'm taking just another brush I have and softening out the edges, and then putting the same ochre shade on the brow bone just to tie everything in together. Don't worry too much about the lid because we're going to go in with this shadow from, well, it's a pigment from Inglot, and it's in the shade 118. Again, will be linked in the description box below. I'm using this flat brush from the white and rose gold collection again just to pat that on. The lashes I used are these ones, Hollywood lashes from Backstage Lashes. I have a discount code below for 10% off, so check it out. These are my favorite everyday lashes, but they're super long and gorge. And the lashes I use on my lower lash line are just these Eyelure single, you know, feather lashes, so you can just pop them on. I used 3 on each eye, and that was it. I just placed them with a little glue, and that's that. Okay, so time for lips. I use this lip liner from Makeup Forever. It's their Aqua Lip in 5C. It's a beautiful shade, and it makes your lips look huge. But yeah, I'm just lining my lips with the shade, and then I'm going to go in with a soft matte lip cream from NYX, which is my favorite, in the shade London. But yeah, I'm just filling out the edges of my lips. I do this with my lip liner a lot, just to fill it out and make them look a little bit bigger. As you can see, they look much bigger than before. So again, my favorite shade from NYX is London. You guys have to pick up the shade. The soft matte lip creams are so amazing. So I'm just putting that on the center of the lips and then just filling out the edges a little bit more before I go with my favorite gloss of all time. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Candlelight Gloss. It is so smooth, non-sticky, the most beautiful nude sparkly shade. If you haven't checked out my June favorites, do so. This brush, guys, honestly, from this collection is amazing. It's a beautiful, huge fan brush, and I put on Exposed Highlight from Tarte, and then I'm going in with Prosecco Pop from the Split Pan Becca Jaclyn Hill collection, and I'm just putting that on the tops of the cheeks, and of course on my nose. So then I'm gonna do freckles. Freckles are so damn cute. I've done it before and I love it. So I'm just using different products just to make it a little bit more interesting for you guys. This is NYX eye pencil in light brown, which you guys know I use as a lip pencil. It's my favorite thing ever. So just put a few on, dabbed it out with a beauty blender, and then used Chestnut lip pencil from MAC and just dotted that on. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It was requested, so I hope it fulfilled your needs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.